So as I'm pulling out of her cul-de-sac, I notice on a mailbox a balloon, a blue balloon. Then I notice on another mailbox another blue balloon leading up to another mailbox with a bunch of paw prints on it and a sign underneath it that said, "You just figured out Jonathan's birthday." Clearly, someone in her neighborhood was having a Blues Clues birthday party. In my car, at that moment, I had a box of toys, Blues Clues toys, some autographs, and the outfit from Blues Clues. And I thought, believe it or not, this is the only game you have, man. So I looked at her, and as suavely as I could, I said, "Would you mind?" And she was great. She was like, "No, that would be awesome. I know these guys. Come on, let's do it." So I put on the outfit, and I get the toys, and I walk into Jonathan's backyard. He's having a birthday party with a Carvel cake. And I'm like, "Hey, who's Jonathan? Happy birthday." And the kids freak out. The mom freaks out, and the dad's like, "Who is this man?" You know? And she's great. She runs interference. She's like, "No, that's really him. I'm your neighbor." And we have an awesome time for like 20 minutes. These kids are awesome. And like, I'm making this kid's life. It's fantastic. And now we've got something to talk about, right? So we're in the car and everything's great. We drop the car off. We go to the restaurant. And the first thing that happens is I walk in with her. And there's a couple right here. And it's a married couple. And the guy looks at me, recognizes me clearly. And I watch him say to his wife, "That's Steve from Blues Clues." And he's
Yep, that's Steve from Blues Clues.
And I'm thinking, oh yeah, that's exactly what this looks like. That's exactly what this looks like. So we sit down to have dinner, and now we're trying to talk to each other. We've got absolutely nothing in common. She's incredibly negative. She hates the restaurant. She picked it. She hates it. It was impossible to get a reservation there. She hates the food. She orders a steak and then orders A1, and the restaurant hates the wine. She's kind of mean. And like, we've got nothing to talk about, and I'm regretting the whole thing, and this is a terrible, disappointing experience. So I'm just drinking. Just like drinking to try to get through this. And the animators in my head are drunk too, and they're like, "What are you doing? Don't mess this up for me. You have to keep going. Don't ruin this." And so it's the end of dinner, and she's like, I want to see your place. And I did. I was like, "Oh, okay, yes. I've shut down enough parts of my brain now that I can do this." So we get back to my place, and I've got that big red chair from the show in my house. They gave it to me on my birthday. It's awesome, right? And it happens to be in my house. She's like, "Oh, sit in the chair. Let me take some pictures." And I'm like, "No, I don't want to sit in the chair. The chair means different things to me, you know." So I'm sitting in the chair eventually, and she's like, "Well, I know what you do. What I actually do, other than model, is I'm a stripper." I'm like, "Okay. Right, okay, that's fine. I'm a kid show host. You know? Everybody's got to do something." And she says, "Would you mind if I show you what I do?" And I'm like, "No." Okay, now this is going to be cool, you know, because like this, 14-year-old Steve, this is great to him. This is like fantastic. This is exciting. So, all right, fine. And I think, my God, I'm going to see my first big boobs. It's going to be wonderful. And it wasn't at all. It was terrible and weird. And they looked like boobs that were designed by Dr. Seuss or something. I'm sure that there are great ones, but that was just like so awful and so weird. And she's doing her dance, and then she comes up to me, and I'm in the chair, and she's like, "Sing that song about the mail." And I said, "No, I'm not going to sing this song." And she starts getting very demanding. She's like, "No, come on, sing it. I'm like, "No," and it's very clear to me that it's an ultimatum with her, right? She's saying, "Sing that song about the mail or this is over." And at that moment, even the nerds in my head said, "Walk away, man. Just walk away, man. There's no winning here. No one's gonna win, you know. Just walk away." But I was wasted at this point. She's drunk, so I can't get her home, so she has to stay, and it's terrible, and it's awkward. And I drive her back the next morning, and I'm dropping her off, and she says, "My mother wants to meet you." Like, "You live with your mom?" You're like, So she lives with her mom, and her mom she's like, you must be Steve. Have a cup of coffee. And I'm sitting there in their living room, and her mom's got a manila folder, and she opens it, and she starts handing me crayon drawings. And it turns out that much of this was an
Crayons, like
elaborate
colored
plot
crayons.
to pitch me a children's television show about giant inflatable balloon animals.
Ooh, balloon
Called
animals.
the Balloonies. And it was just awful, and all I wanted to do was go home, but I couldn't because I had to drive from there to the airport. I was doing a Make-A-Wish event that afternoon. Now, I had done a lot of work with Make-A-Wish before. I don't usually talk about something I don't usually talk about, but for those of you who don't know what it is, it's for very unhappy with often dying children. They get to choose one thing. Right, and this organization makes that wish happen. Now, I got to do a lot of those, and the thing that is always striking about it is, no matter how awful the circumstances are for the kid, no matter what they're going through, they immediately see this as an opportunity to make their parents happy. Yeah. And this was another one just like that. And this is complicated for me because I also am aware that this child chose me, right? Like me, that's what they want, right? And I'm not sure what me is me. My Steve Burns, my Steve with the shirt, who's me? I don't know which one it is. It's really complicated. But that helped me realize that whether I wanted it to be true or not, whether I expected it to be true or not, the answer is probably. And that was plenty cool enough. Thank you.
Ooh, nice story, Steve. Wow. 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 Steve Burns. It's awesome. Forrest Gump. I love Forrest Gump. So did my family do. Oh, you have a VCR, okay. My Uncle Mark has a VCR, and my Uncle Mark has lots of VHS tapes. So does Johnny. Johnny's my uncle, and he has a VCR and VHS tapes. My uncles Mark and Johnny has DVDs also. The Coming Attractions logo. What's it gonna be? Paramount? Icon Productions. I know what that's gonna be. Oh, Braveheart. I love Braveheart. There's Mel Gibson. He also directed this movie, and he produced it. Mel Gibson. If it's turned up. And Mel's brother, Donald Gibson's in this movie. Braveheart. Coming to theaters summer 1995. The Kennedy Marshall Company. It's Frank Marshall. John Patrick Stanley. Yeah. Michael Crichton. Oh, what's this?